Well, hello there, baking adventurers. Have you ever noticed how a good brownie can turn a frown upside down? It's like a little square of pure happiness, isn't it? A proper fudgy brownie, mind you, not one of those dry, cakey imposters. Oh no, we're talking about the real deal today. The kind of brownie that makes your taste buds do a little jig. The sort that makes you close your eyes and say, lovely. It's a universal truth, I reckon, that brownies are simply smashing. From little tiddlers to grown-up folks, everyone loves a good brownie. Think about it. A picnic in the park? Better with brownies. A rainy afternoon with a cup of tea? Definitely needs brownies. Celebrating a grand invention, or perhaps just making it through a Tuesday. Brownies are the answer, my friends. They are the faithful companions of good times and the comforting cure for the occasional glum moment. This isn't just about baking. It's about crafting joy, one chocolatey square at a time. We're about to embark on a most delicious journey, a culinary quest, if you will. So pop on your apron and let's get ready for some serious fun in the kitchen. Prepare for a baking escapade of the most scrumptious kind. Right then, every grand adventure needs a list of supplies, and our brownie quest is no different. First up, the star of our show, proper dark chocolate. We'll need a good 200 grams of it, chopped into nice, manageable chunks. Think of it as the rich, dark soil from which our brownie brilliance will sprout. This isn't the time for a wimpy milk chocolate. Oh no, we need something with a bit of oomph, something that says, I am chocolate, hear me roar. At least 70% cocoa solids is what you're after for that deep, satisfying flavor. Next on our list is unsalted butter, a generous 175 grams. This lovely creamy butter will team up with our chocolate to create a molten river of deliciousness. Imagine it as the smooth, pliable clay that binds everything together in our edible masterpiece. Then we need some light brown soft sugar, about 250 grams. This chap brings a wonderful caramel note and a lovely chewy texture. It's not just about sweetness, it's about character. A certain depth that plain white sugar just can't quite manage on its own. It's the secret to that irresistible chew. All right, with our ingredients all lined up like eager little soldiers, it's time to gather our tools. You don't need a workshop full of complicated gadgets for this, just a few trusty bits and bobs. First and foremost, you'll need a good, sturdy baking tin. A square one, about 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters, that's around 8 inches by 8 inches for those across the pond, is just the ticket. This will be the stage for our brownie performance, the mold that shapes our chocolatey dreams into reality. Make sure it's not too big or your brownies will be a bit thin and sad. Next, you'll need some baking parchment, sometimes called grease-proof paper. This is a baker's best friend, I tell you. We'll use it to line our tin, making it ever so easy to lift the brownies out once they're baked. No more wrestling with a stuck brownie, no sir. Just a clean lift and a perfect slab of deliciousness. Think of it as a non-stick magic carpet for your baked goods. It also helps with the washing up, which is always a bonus, isn't it? Less scrubbing means more time for enjoying your culinary creations. You'll also require a couple of mixing bowls. One medium-sized one, heat-proof for melting our chocolate and butter together, and another, larger bowl for combining all the other wonderful ingredients. Now for one of the most satisfying parts of our brownie adventure, melting the chocolate and butter. This is where the magic truly begins to bubble. Take your 200 grams of chopped dark chocolate and your 175 grams of unsalted butter. Pop them together into your heat-proof bowl. It's like they're old friends, ready for a warm, cozy chat. This combination is the very soul of our brownies, the foundation upon which all other flavors will build. It's a partnership destined for greatness, a truly dynamic duo of deliciousness. There are a couple of ways to achieve this molten marvel. You can use a bain-marie, which sounds terribly fancy, but is just a bowl set over a pan of gently simmering water. The steam does the melting, nice and gentle. Make sure the bottom of the bowl doesn't touch the water though. We want to melt, not boil, or, if you're careful, you can use the microwave. Zap it in short bursts, say 20 seconds at a time, stirring in between. Section 5, Whisking Wonders, the Airy Egg Expedition. Right, while our chocolatey concoction is having a little rest and cooling down, let's turn our attention to the eggs and sugar. This step is terribly important for achieving that classic brownie texture, a slightly crackly top and a dense fudgy interior. Take your 3 large eggs and crack them into your larger mixing bowl. Imagine you're a daring explorer, cracking open geodes to reveal the sparkling crystals within. Each egg is a little package of potential, ready to bring lightness and structure to our bake. Now, add your 250 grams of light brown soft sugar to the bowl with the eggs. This is where the arm workout begins, or where your electric whisk, if you have one, becomes your best mate. We need to whisk these two together with gusto. Whisk and whisk until the mixture becomes pale, thick, and noticeably increased in volume. This usually takes a good few minutes of enthusiastic whisking. Section 6. Mixing magic, bringing it all together. The moment of alchemy is upon us. It's time to combine our cooled, molten chocolate mixture with our light and airy egg and sugar concoction. Gently pour the chocolate and butter mixture into the bowl with the whisked eggs and sugar. Use your trusty spatula to make sure you get every last drop of that precious chocolate out of its bowl. We can't be leaving any of that deliciousness behind, can we? That would be a terrible shame. A missed opportunity for maximum chocolatiness. Now with your spatula, gently fold the chocolate mixture into the egg mixture. We want to combine them thoroughly, but we don't want to knock out all that lovely air we whisked in earlier, so use gentle, sweeping motions, bringing the mixture up from the bottom and folding it over the top. It's a bit like tucking your ingredients into a cozy bed. Continue folding until it's mostly combined, but a few streaks are still okay at this stage. Section 7. The fiery finale, baking to gooey perfection. Our glorious brownie batter is ready, looking like a pot of molten treasure. Now carefully pour or spoon it into your prepared baking tin, the one we lined so cleverly with baking parchment. Spread the batter evenly using your spatula, making sure it reaches all the corners. We want a nice, level surface so our brownies bake evenly. Imagine you're smoothing out a perfectly sculpted clay landscape, ensuring every contour is just right for the grand reveal. This even layer is key to consistent texture throughout. Pop the tin into your preheated oven. That's 180 degrees Celsius, 160 degrees Celsius fan, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now comes the slightly tricky bit, the baking time. Brownies are a delicate balance. Too little time and they're a soupy mess. Too much time and they become dry and cakey, which is not what we're after at all. We're aiming for that perfect fudgy center. For a 20 centimeter square tin, start checking after about 20 to 25 minutes. Every oven is a bit different, like a quirky character with its own personality, so it's good to keep an eye on things. Section 8. Cooling capers and cutting chronicles. Now for the hardest part of the entire brownie making adventure, waiting for them to cool. I know, it's terribly tempting to dive straight in with a spoon while they're still warm and molten. But patience, my dear baking enthusiast, will be richly rewarded. Letting the brownies cool completely in the tin is absolutely crucial. This allows them to set properly, developing that wonderfully dense and fudgy texture we're all craving. If you try to cut them too soon, they'll likely fall apart into a delicious but rather messy heap. So place your tin of glorious brownies on a wire rack and let them cool down to room temperature. This might take a couple of hours, depending on how warm your kitchen is. Think of it as the brownies having a well-deserved rest after their fiery ordeal in the oven. They're firming up, their flavors are melding, and they're preparing themselves for their grand debut. You could use this time to tidy up your baking contraptions, or perhaps sketch out your next invention, or simply sit and bask in the glorious chocolatey aroma that's undoubtedly filling your home. Section 9. The tastiest triumph. Why these brownies reign supreme. And there we have it, my friends, a batch of the most stupendously scrumptious brownies you ever did see or taste. These aren't just any brownies. These are the champions of the brownie world, the creme de la creme of chocolatey confections. Why, you ask, are these particular brownies so utterly brilliant? Well, it's all down to a few splendid secrets that we've carefully baked into every single square. It's the combination of top-notch ingredients and those little techniques that make all the difference. Firstly, the quality of the chocolate. Using proper dark chocolate with a high cocoa percentage gives an intensity of flavor that you just can't achieve with lesser stuff. It's rich, it's deep, it's unashamedly chocolatey. Then there's the light brown soft sugar, which doesn't just add sweetness, but also that wonderful chewy texture and a hint of caramel that complements the dark chocolate perfectly. It's a match made in baking heaven, creating a depth of flavor that keeps you coming back for just one more bite. The technique of whisking the eggs and sugar until pale and voluminous is another key to their success.